It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game!
This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. The Rebels ready to kick it away first. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. From the gun, it's Pryor. There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Ball. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback, when you see all those around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Third and long coming up. Straight ahead, it's Pryor. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. Going to audible here, let's see what they do. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Run in the red zone, it's ball. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They give it to him again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's ball. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Jones to throw. Right side, it's Brown. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
The Rebels offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here he comes as we get our first look at Kewan Lacey. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him. And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go, ready, go.
Jones wants to throw it. Back's got it on the screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Quarterback changing the play. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Off play action on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for room, it's Lacey. Spins away from the defender. And he's brought down after a short gain. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning all over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting a field goal.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's a give the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle. And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. They had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Jones to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. The 20. Inside the touchdown Rebels.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking it pick 6 all the way to the house, that could really end up costing them.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game, being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Jones wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Abrams. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions. Like, he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
Fires immediately. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Handoff for ball. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Smashes it between the uprights. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish quarter number 3. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Lacey. Knocked down immediately. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Moves the pocket. It's Chambliss. The screen. He's got wheels. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. The Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Got him quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to Ball. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Jones to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not. Or getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Drops back on 1st down. Left side is Hobbs. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Makes the tackle. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Takes a handoff. It's Pryor. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup for 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Jones wants to throw it. Snags it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. First and 10, they're down to the 25. Turns upfield, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Hits inside, it's ball. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Ball again. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The give on 4th. He's got Got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Wide. Set. Go.
Here's a give the ball. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
We're 30-foot shift. Go.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I love when you boot athletic quarterbacks, and you boot him to the left right here outside the pocket. Does a great job. He can attack down the field. Or he can take off and run. It's kind of a pass-run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring.
Ready, go.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Touchdown, Gators! They've got the
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Chambliss. Out wide left, it's Alexander. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Left side, it's Lacey. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Sets his feet. It's Chambliss. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on fourth down. Unloads it left. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans